5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening and welcome to the Rebirth on Philly Jamz 95.3 FM. I am your host, Shay Marriott, and to the right of me is...
Hey, it's your boy Eli Isabel, a.k.a. The South Got Something to Say. What's up, Shay Marriott?
What's up, E? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We here again.
Yes, this is what we do.
God did it again.
Won't he do it? Won't he did it?
Won't he will.
I know that's right. What's going on, partner?
Oh, man. Let me tell you, it's been a great weekend, man. I miss you this weekend, bro.
Yes, I saw you out there being great.
Yeah, representing.
Doing all things.
Yes.
Through Christ who strengthened you as you were alone. But you held it down. Talk about it.
Yes, sir.
What had happened this weekend?
Yes, sir. Well, first, before we get into what had happened this weekend, how was your weekend?
My weekend was
As you're waving.
Yes, hey Jen, because I like to hear music. That's just my thing. My weekend. So my sister came to town.
Oh, okay.
One of my sisters from Arkansas came to town. So the plan was to go to a vineyard on a Saturday, and so then my niece and I thought about it. She was like, "Man, do we want to take them to a vineyard? Because they don't know how to act." So we decided to buy a lot of wine, get the cheese. We made our own charcuterie board.
Oh, nice.
And
okay,
we did the whole thing.
Say it again.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Is that right?
Is that right?
That's not right. What is it? Okay, am I saying it
I
completely
don't know
wrong?
how to say it.
I think it's charcuterie. What is it? Charcuterie? I'm not gonna. I know.
Wow.
Somebody else gonna have to put it in the. Well, you know.
Well, yours probably was a charcuterie.
Mine was a charcuterie. I had a charcuterie board. Y'all had charcuterie. That's your business.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that alone. So we did that, and it was really good. It was so much better and more relaxing. We didn't have to police people, and it's certain things in some country folk you can't take them everywhere,
right?
Because you know what it's gonna be.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So we did that, and then it was just Sunday was just like I just had caught up on my rest. These 12-hour work days, they slapped me around a little bit.
Okay.
So when you always ask me, am I okay? I'm okay. I'm just tired.
Okay. I feel
That's
you.
all. It don't be no more, no less, because my spirit is intact.
Okay.
Praise God.
I feel you.
So
But that's what we do, right? We kind of we used
Check in.
to pushing forward even when we're not, feeling our best and we're tired. Right. We keep it going, but we also gotta remember
listen to our body.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Definitely.
So that was me. So what about you?
Well, listen, I had a great weekend. We had the honor to be at Delaware's Oscars 2023. And we actually have a recap of everything that took place last night. Rebirth hosts the red carpet. Shout out to Portia for the invite. It was an amazing experience, and I got a chance to meet some really dope people and interview some really dope people. So we're going to play this recap of what you guys missed at Delaware's Oscars.
All right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Shay Marriott from Rebirth Radio on Philly Jamz 95.3 FM. Tonight, we are covering the Delaware Oscars. We are so excited about the the people that are going to be winning awards tonight. So make sure you tune in throughout the night, and we're going to bring you an amazing event. Tune in.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Phoenix, and you're watching Rebirth Podcast every Monday on Philly Jamz. Check it out. It's your boy Jeff Phoenix.
Welcome back to Delaware Oscars. This is Shay Marriott from Rebirth Radio on Philly Jamz 95.3 FM. I am standing here with the mastermind behind this whole event, the beautiful Portia. I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm wonderful. Thank you so much.
This is an amazing event. Can you tell me what made you want to even do this here in Delaware to honor all of these people?
Well, I've been to Oscar parties. The last one I went to was in Philly. Amazing, amazing time. But for me, I just thought that was something that I need to bring here, the energy here. Sometimes we just have to teach people, our community, how to do different things. And so it's not a matter of they can't do it, it's just they don't know how to do it, or they never had the opportunity to see something like this. So honoring those creatives, those people that are doing amazing things here in Delaware, I want to put a light on them.
Hey there, this is Major by McFashion here. Check out Rebirth every Monday. Check them out.
Hey guys, this is Sarah A. Crawford, creator of Adara Original, and I'm telling you to check out Rebirth every Monday on Philly Jamz.
All right, welcome back to the Rebirth. Yeah, man, I was doing my
Wow.
thing.
Red
I was doing
carpet
my thing.
fresh.
Yes, yes.
I
It was
see you.
so much fun, and I missed you, bro. I did. We would have had a ball.
Well, we're going to do the Delaware Emmys. Don't worry about it.
The Grammys, right?
Yeah, we can do the Grammys. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, man, it was an amazing event. Again, shout out to Portia from Purpose PR agency. I mean, she did her thing, and this was her second year doing this.
Okay.
So it
What
was.
was it like for you to be on the red carpet?
Man, I thought I was in Hollywood. I thought I was in Hollywood for real.
Why did I just say ow?
That's your Cardi B coming out.
Oh, Lord. Get yourself together, sir.
Oh my God. Yeah, man.
So very well done.
It very well done. It was a lot of fun, and everybody was so lovely, so friendly, so welcoming. And I gotta shout out, my girl for coming through. Jen Marshall, Boss Up Brand. She held it down. She was with me, making sure I was good. Bringing the people over to the red carpet. She
That's
was doing
what's
her
up.
little assistant
She was
thing.
doing her thing.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.
She's the best. If you need her services,
Nah, she can't. She don't.
Oh,
She don't
okay.
have
Well,
assist. No,
never
she's
mind.
my assistant. She
No.
has other services that she can offer, but it will not be assistant.
no extra cheese for you.
She is on lockdown.
Don't hit her up
And
at the
also,
Boss Up
shout
Brand.
out to Tasha LaQueen for making sure that all the production
Yes,
and
what up,
stuff was
sis?
going well. So yeah, so that was my night last night, and I was just very excited coming back. I didn't even sleep last night. It took
Oh,
me a
wow.
minute because I was still like, pumped up from everything. But God is good, man. He really
That's
is.
awesome.
So I'm looking forward to, other things to come because I know they are coming, and I'm just very grateful and humble. So hopefully
And
next
Portia's-
time you'll be in the
Portia
building
is
with me.
one to know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yes, for
So
sure.
good-ish.
Yes. So, do you have a Black History moment?
I do have a Black History moment.
All right.
Hold on, I have it right here. So today I'm going to talk about Mount Pisgah.
Okay, is this real? Because you've been making
No,
up
no,
stuff the
this-
last couple weeks.
This is real.
Okay, all right.
Today I'm going to talk about the country's oldest Black church. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Don't listen, Jen.
What's
just
up,
'cause-
Tanera?
Just because you buy into these things, don't blame me. So Mount Pisgah African Methodist Episcopal Church, AME, in Elsinboro, New Jersey, is the oldest African American church in the state. It is also the oldest continuously operating Black church in the United States. The church was officially founded in 1754 by Reuben Cuff, the son of a former slave who was not ordained but who began preaching to a Black congregation in a log church in Ellensboro in the early 1700s. When Richard Allen gathered the leaders of more than a dozen Black churches in Maryland, New Jersey, and Delaware in 1816 to form the African Methodist Episcopal denomination, Cuff was the only representative from New Jersey. As a result of the creation of the new church denomination, Mount Pisgah became the first AM church in the United States.
All right.
Ellen-
Is it still operating?
It's continuously operating.
Oh, we need to go.
Currently in
What's the denomination?
Elsinboro, it's African. Hold on, it's African Methodist Episcopal AME, African Methodist Episcopal.
Oh, okay. Say it again. What is it?
African
Just wanted you to
Methodist
say.
Episcopal. That's right. I might didn't get the charcuterie board right, but I got it Episcopal right. AME.
My bad.
In Elsinboro, New Jersey. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
Look at you. You ain't really from
Elsinboro.
Jersey. You ain't
That
from
might
Jersey.
be up north somewhere.
That
I'm
don't sound
from
like it's
South
up north.
Jersey.
That
It
sound
don't,
like
right?
that sound like South Jersey. That sound like Salem County to me. But I digress.
That's
So
true.
yeah, so shout out to Mount Pisgah, African Methodist Episcopal Church in Elsinboro, New Jersey.
I love the history that you bring in, especially when it's true. You know, because some of that stuff you be making up. I'm like, what?
Well, so here's how the other things are true. My facts might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody at some point said, I wish it was the first person to say that. Right? Somebody coined that phrase and it spread.
Right.
So technically, that's a Black history fact.
Okay.
It might not be recognized as such, but it is what it is.
No, I can't. Oh, gosh. We are going to leave that alone.
So yes, and in honor of Women's History Month.
That's right.
You be forgetting about that, don't you?
No. See, last year I had a woman every week as our special guest for Women's History Month. It just happened so quick. I had to blame that on Jen though, because she's been booking my guests for me. However, next Monday, guys, we have Sarah Crawford. She's going to be in the building. So,
Right.
you know, I'm very matter of fact, she was one of the award recipients last night that, you know, received honored. So we are excited to have her come on next Monday with us.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Sarah Crawford.
Well, really quick, can I give you a women's history?
Oh, boy. Go ahead.
You want this? This is real.
Go ahead.
So, in 2001,
Yeah.
see, this is recent. There you go. Get with the program. You think I make everything up?
You
The
did.
United States military, I don't know if you knew, but there was a ban on women fighting in combat. Did you know that?
No.
So combat meaning on the ground, gun shooting, raiding, you know, on the front lines of a war. Since then, the U.S., they lifted the ban, and now over 300,000 women have served in combat roles
wow.
in the United States military, all four branches.
Okay.
Over 9,000 women have received medals of honor
That's what's up.
for their service in the United States military. So shout out to women who continuously be amazing and do great things.
I know. Let's look
in this
at you.
country.
You are representing the night. Okay.
All right.
You did a Black history and a women's history.
There it is. All
There
in
it
one.
is. That's what's up. All right, guys. So again, welcome to the Rebirth on Philly Jamz 95.3. Hey, listen, we got Rebirth Live coming less than 12 days away, March
Yes.
25th. We will be in the building at Revive, located on Philadelphia Pike. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Come on now. Last minute,
We winding
get your
down.
tickets.
Let's
You
go. It's going to be a good one.
You
I
guys are
promise
going to
you.
miss out. I'm telling you, we got an all-male panel. We have Keith Elliott in the building, Brandon Carter, Corey Wilkerson, Bishop Rob Lewis, and Nico Stratton.
Listen, you Dover
Stratton.
heads.
I like saying that. Stratton.
Nico,
Stratton.
Nico, you and Brandon, bring your people up, baby. Let's get it, man. This is going to be a great show, y'all.
Listen.
Informative. It's going to be fun. Great music, great food,
Yeah.
drinks. Come on out, man, and hang out.
Absolutely. The tickets are $40, and that includes everything that you're going to be getting. I mean, first of all, you're going to be walking away changed because it's definitely going to be an experience. Both of our Rebirth Volume 1 and 2 were sold out, and we are looking for this to sell out as well. Tickets
Yes.
are moving, so if you don't have your ticket, I encourage you to go to rebirthu.com and get your ticket tonight. Get your ticket tonight, guys. Get it tonight.
Let's go.
All right, so we have a great show that Eli put together. I'm putting this on him because he know I don't rock with this dude. God rest his soul.
Yeah, God rest his soul. Let the man be good.
But yeah, go ahead, man.
So I thought about this as a potential topic because, you know, this guy was a polarizing figure. I mean, he wasn't on the scene very long, but he left a great, some people may say non-great, but he left, and I'm gonna tell you why I say great. He left a great. Great doesn't necessarily mean great, but great meaning
Legacy.
widespread. He left a great impact in the short time that we had him out here in the world doing this thing. Tonight we're gonna talk about Kevin Samuels. R.I.P. to him first and foremost. Let me give you a little information about Mr. Samuels. So he was I'm not gonna call him a relationship. I don't think he ever defined himself as some kind of relationship expert. But a lot of his energy and his his interviews were directed toward women. Mm-hmm. So Kevin Roshan Samuels, born March 13, 1969, was an American internet personality. That's a good title. And image consultant. He rose to popularity in 2020 and was considered a polarizing figure based on his YouTube and Instagram live streams discussing the modern society and relationships. On May 5th, 2022, unfortunately, Mr. Samuels was found unresponsive in his Atlanta apartment after a woman who had stayed with him the night prior called 911, telling operator Samuels was complaining of chest pains and that he had collapsed. Samuels was rushed to a hospital where he later died. According to the medical examiner's report, Samuels had hypertension, which contributed to his death. That's a hard way to go out right there. I feel like that's preventable.
It probably wasn't hard for him because he was on top of her when he passed, right?
Woo! I hope so. That's a hell of a way to go out, huh? Coming and going at the same time.
You know what?
He out of here. So anyway, with all of that being said about Mr. Samuels, he was definitely. Well, that's what happened.
I swear, you can't be serious for nothing.
Well, you said it. You said it first. I just piggyback off of your comment. My comment is just always a little more raw than yours. But so I watched several of his videos, and in the beginning, I was just like, "Yo, this is the meanest dude I've ever seen on YouTube, on Facebook Live, anything." But the more and more I listen to him, here's I think what the issue people had with Kevin Samuels. I don't think his information may have been way off base. I think it was his delivery and tone. That's what brought people in to watch the train wreck. His delivery and tone. Now, because he didn't force anybody to join those lives or to come up in there and get that information.
Yeah.
So are you mad at Kevin Samuels or are you mad at these people who set themselves up for this situation?
Right.
Because you know how he's coming. Mm-hmm. So let's before we really go any further with Mr. Samuels, we have a little video that I want to pull, just kind of give you an example of who he was and how he interacted with the public out here, women in particular.
Supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your looks?
Natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything upper? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man,
I can't
I'm
get-
just
I
saying.
can't get
Okay,
this-
I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
Ain't
that
nothing
makes.
wrong with it. Wait.
No.
Ain't
You
nothing-
said so. I should just
ain't
settle.
nothing
No, you said that.
wrong.
Listen. You said so. I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should
I
you
mean,
not get?
I would be settling. I mean, he could. I mean, nothing
Why
wrong with an average.
why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
You ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No. You're
Average
six.
women,
You're five.
they're
You're five. You said
billionaires.
you're six, ma'am. You said you're six. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant.
So, Shay. Okay. Again, his delivery and his tone is horrible. But Shay, is he, based upon what he's saying, because think about this, Shay, does an average looking, average everyday dude with an average job who's a 6 in the face, a 6 in the body, does he get to have Sanaa Lathan or Beyonce? He does not. So we all recognize that, right? So, but when it's flipped to women who feel like they should have this particular guy, and this woman said herself she was average. This man talked to her into saying that she was a 6 with an average body. You're 5'2", you're overweight, you're this, you're that.
You got a big spider chest tattoo.
The big spider chest tattoo. So my thing is not, and it's not about putting her down, but I'm saying men don't get to have those women, those Instagram models that where we all look at, we don't get those. The average guy doesn't. But on the flip side, when women are told they can have that, it's like he's being ignorant and disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Well, thoughts?
So what's the question?
The question is, how do you feel about what he said? Do you think he's way off base with the advice he's given her?
I don't think that he's off base. I think so listening to that from what I could hear, I'm more so analyzing her as to, guys, if you see me looking up, that's because I'm looking at the screen. I know you see me looking up in the air. I'm looking at the screen that we have here in the studio. I'm more so analyzing her as to why would you even put yourself in front of this man? Because she's kind of like, she's obviously disagreeing. She's going back and forth with him. Mm-hmm. So, like, what was the point of even coming on there, putting yourself in front of him to get that type of feedback? I'm sure she's seen the show before, so you already know what it's going to be. So I think I'm looking at it as to, well, what makes...
And she had 2 kids, too.
Right.
I don't know if you heard that part.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to paint the complete picture.
Yeah. What would make someone even just call up to even put themselves out there like that to get this feedback?
And there were 3 other women waiting up in
that was waiting. Right. Like, what was it? I'm more curious as to what was it about him that made you say, I want to go in here and let this man just pretty much
tear me down.
Pretty much.
But okay, Shay, so if he hadn't been so vile and brutal, and he said everything he said but in a more polite way, if he said it like, I don't know, whoever, Dr. Phil, and he gave her the same information but with a different tone and
Dr.
a different...
Phil I don't think his tone was off. I don't think he was literally speaking like Dr. Phil would. You watch Dr. Phil?
Yeah,
Dr. Phil could be a little rough.
Well, yeah. But
he could be a little rough too, but I think he started to get frustrated because of, she's going back and forth, because he's like, well, what are you calling me up here for?
Yeah.
But as he's telling her the information, he was calm. He wasn't,
right.
He was just very direct. This is what it is. She didn't like what she was hearing.
And I haven't seen one woman, and I think a lot of women would call him to go back and forth with him because they felt like they had a leg to stand on. Mm-hmm. And the minute he would get into, he always starts with the physical, right? He lets you rate yourself. Mm-hmm. And if he felt like you rated yourself too high, he'd correct you. He'd be like, well, damn, bro. she might think she's a 9. Why can't she think she's a 9? But he was like, you're not a 9. But he never ruled or ignorant. Just, you're not a 9. I used to be like, damn.
Yeah. He just really straightforward. So it's just like, I mean, is that what they want? And if it is, then why argue when he is giving you the, his opinion, his straight opinion?
So in your opinion, why do you think so many women couldn't stand him? Outside of the women who would call in, because you didn't like him, you don't even like him. Jen don't like him either.
I'm not gonna say I didn't
God
watch
bless
him
her
enough.
dead.
I didn't watch him enough to say that I don't like him. So let me correct that.
Okay.
I just feel there was certain things that I would hear that I thought was like, okay, nah. I didn't agree with certain things, but I don't know the man not to like him, and I didn't watch him enough to say I didn't like him.
Right.
Like this right here, what he said. That's somebody that's asking for his opinion, and he gave it to her. So now she's arguing with him. If you don't want his opinion, why did you call up there?
Right.
Why did you even put yourself out there to even, get that type of feedback? Right. So it just makes me question their value, their self-value, self-love, self-worth, more so than, anything with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
But some things that he has said, and I can't even think right now off the top of my head, and it might be some of the quotes that you're about to read. I'm just like, okay.
Well, he's definitely, so he coined the phrase, and maybe someone said it before him. I never heard it, but he coined the phrase "high value man."
Right.
And I don't know if I ever heard them words put together prior to him, but in his mind, that's a man who's 6 figures plus. He has a certain lifestyle he lives. He dresses a certain way. He carries himself a certain way.
Socially connected.
Yes. And he's all of these things, and women they all want to have the high value man. They want to go do all these other things first, which is going to be part of one of the quotes he said, but they want to go do all these other things first and circle back to that guy.
But so I don't think it's, and you know what? Me and Corey was actually having this conversation the other day. He had sent me a video. And I don't think why is it looking like it's just females that do that? Y'all do that too.
Men do what? Circle back what? Go do whatever?
Y'all date around, lollygoggly around, and then once you get, and y'all circle back a few times. Once you get later on in life, is when you finally decide you need somebody you need to die with. You need to grow old with and die with, right? But you guys do that too. So it's not one-sided. That's what I'm saying.
I think.
Who knows what they want at 20, in their 20s? That's what your 20s is for. You're supposed to be dating around and, trying to see what you don't like, what you don't need, so you will know what it is that you do need when it's time to settle down. But that's both. That's both genders.
True. I think that when, so here's my point about saying all of that, saying what I just said about that. I think some women, they want to date a particular kind of guy in their 20s. And all the good guys that are trying to approach them gets nothing. No love, no rap, no nothing. And then, so, and this is part of one of the things that Kevin Samuels was talking about. Then you go out here and get pregnant, you have all these babies, and you realize, oh, I need a good guy. And all the good guys you prior to early in the game, who has their stuff all the way together. Now you want to circle back and try to grab him when you dissed the hell out of him back in the day.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you think that this happened to him? This situation that you're saying happened to him? Because, like, who is he talking about? What guy? Did that happen to you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No, I'm not dissable.
Okay.
Not even
Did
back
you
in the
say
day.
you're not dissable?
Yeah, you can't. You don't.
Okay.
You didn't typically diss this.
I mean, because I'm like,
No, I'm
for you
kidding.
to put that out there, it feels personal. Like, this happened to me, and now I'm generalizing it. Let's read some of these comments. So, Jen says, I just don't feel like one man's opinion should be end all be all.
Agreed.
Not that he wasn't liked, but your value is not just based on looks. Tanara says, yeah, many men do too much and wait till they are worn out to try and settle down. Absolutely.
Tanira, we just because we got high blood pressure and we diabetic, you still got to give us a chance.
Tanera said he probably was hurt before. I feel the same way.
Yeah, he comes off that way.
I'm just like, where is this coming from? Was this a personal experience? Like, you know, I probably
Well, I think he's twice divorced. He's definitely, I think he's twice divorced. And who knows what, of course, he never talked about that part. What led to the demise of, at least maybe he did. I never saw it. But yeah, I think we are. I think the things that make up who we are, you know, our experiences play a large role in that. Of course, it does.
Yeah.
So his venom, and I can safely say it's kind of venom toward women.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I first saw him, I was like, damn, that's a cold dude. And who are these women that are signing up for this?
Right.
Like the very first time I saw him on like Instagram or something, I was like, that's insane that somebody would set themselves up for that.
And my thinking is it, you know, are these women that are used to toxic, you know, conversation?
Perhaps.
You know, are they used to people speaking to them that in that manner? What would make you call up Kevin Samuels? Would you call Kevin Samuels up, Jen? Like, what would make an average woman call up Kevin Samuels? Ladies, that's in the comment box. Would any of you have made a call to him? Why or why not? I'm just curious because I just want to know what would make you call this man
And
up.
think about this too. We are living in the age of social media where everybody wants to be seen. This man had a large following.
Right.
Oh,
right.
girl, we saw you on Kevin Samuels. Because some people will embarrass themselves for the sake of being seen. So I think you have to add that little small tidbit in there too. So it's not just who would call him to be disrespected or to feel like you were disrespected. But social media, that thing is a mofo. Like that drug right there. Let me read this. Tell me what you think about this.
Tanera says, nope, not average, so need to call. She said, nope, not average, so no need to call.
What you say? Nope, not. I heard that. That's right. So listen, Shay. So this is one of the things you said. I definitely want to get your opinion on this. And ladies, Tanera, whoever's in the chat, Jen, if a woman decides, this is crazy right here. If a woman decides to go on a date with any man after the hours of 5 p.m.
See, this bull crap right here. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Intimacy should be on the menu. However, if the intention of the woman is to keep the relationship with the man strictly platonic, the time frame of noon to 3 p.m. is more appropriate. So if you go on a date with a man after 5 p.m., intimacy is on the menu.
So what's the song? The freaks come out at night? Like, I mean, see, that's the stuff like that. Comments like that makes me just like, all right, I don't have time for that because that's just nonsense to me.
That's
so
a strong, crazy statement.
If I go out with you at 5:30, that means it's on and popping.
About 8, it needs to be, according to Kevin Samuels, it needs to be going down. Feed you, get you something to drink for about 8 o'clock. So
I don't know, man.
Let me read another one.
That's crazy.
If you made it to 35 and you are unmarried, you are a leftover woman. You are what is left. Men know that there is likely something wrong with you.
See,
Hold on.
I'm
It's
getting
not
mad
over.
now.
It's not over. It's not over. Because when you were between the ages of 22 and 25 and you didn't want to settle, you were trying to get the CEO of the pilot, the investment banker, and you were trying to get flued out. So you didn't want these guys, but you wanted men of means, but you wanted them to pamper you, fly you out. And now here you are at 35 and you got some miles on the old car. She don't run like she used to. And the high value man does not want any parts of that. This is not me talking. This is Kevin Samuels, people. So don't come at my neck. This is for the sake of conversation.
I had to
have
regather
daughters.
myself. You saw me looking over.
I felt like you was going to try to swing on me. This is not me talking. I'm regurgitating. But if you made it to the age of 35 and you're unmarried, you are a leftover woman. Damn.
See, that's just ignorant to me. That's just so ignorant to say. It really is. That's why I didn't really care too much for him.
Well, women do desire to be married way earlier than men.
Right.
I don't know if it has anything to do with this.
Right.
I don't even think women think about that.
No, I think that's just
that was
what
his
society was saying about when a woman is supposed to get married and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of talked about that, but that's all changed. We're not in a modern where everything has changed. Times has changed, you know. But then what is the difference? So I have to say, then what do you call the dude that's over 35 and not married and don't have kids and all of that stuff?
I call it he's probably one of the most wanted human beings on earth.
Okay, but then you have some people say, well, then is he how you doing?
What? How do you change his sexuality because he's 35 and not married?
Because I'm just telling you, women, when they meet a guy that's older and don't have any children, never been married, they either think he has commitment issues or there's something going on with his sexuality. I'm just telling you.
But okay,
what the
so
conversation is
I can go with that.
So
but
that can go both ways.
I could go with that, but check this out. That man can still pull a wife if he wants one. Even if the word is, oh, he 35, he probably gay. Mm-hmm. Guess what? He 35, he a 6-figure job, no kids, he got a house. He can get just about any woman he wants. Mm-hmm. And that's the double standard in this whole thing. That's kind of, truthfully, that's kind of how it works. That's why you can see men that are 50 get married. They can do all they need to do. Then when they decide, if they have their stuff together, they can go get them a 35-year-old woman at that point in time, or a 40-year-old woman. Definitely a double standard. You want to read a comment?
So Tanera says fertility kind of dictates that as well. Absolutely, that's very true because some women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think that needs to be taken into consideration. See, this was why I don't have any love for Kevin. May he rest in peace. But dead. I just said rest in peace. But I don't sign on to that bull crap. Like, that's crazy.
Jen, is Jen referring, so hold on, just say, what about the 35-year-old man? He's a full meal. What do you mean by that?
She's asking, he's a full meal? That's a question.
I don't know what that means. He's a full meal.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that means, Jennifer. Write me a note. Text me. Text me. But no, so I think that
she's basically saying, does the man is he coming to the table with everything? He's a full meal, like nothing's wrong with him?
Oh, absolutely not. Not in every case.
It's
absolutely
something wrong
not.
with him. He probably on what's that commercial? Ordering some stuff for
at 35?
Hey. He said 35 and older.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, he did say that. I just think that, and in all things, not all things, in most things with men and women, there's a double standard, and men get a pass. Correct? I think men do get a pass. Yeah, men get a pass. With, you can sleep around and you can still end up being somebody's husband. Mm-hmm. A woman can have the same amount of partners, and no dude would take her serious or touch her.
Yep.
Now he'll sleep with her, and he'll do whatever, but she's not going home on to Thanksgiving to meet his mother. Mm-hmm. She's not gonna get the ring. So there is a double standard. He's a rapper.
It is a double standard. Jen also said too. It was a comment further back. I guess if you're under 35, yeah, she said then you're a hoe. Come on, make it sense.
If you're under 35 and you're not married.
Yeah, so basically, it's the opposite, right? We're either being called hoes or we're being called, we washed up. So I mean that's not. I don't know. That's just not cool.
But society. So here's the thing. Society set these standards. So I think the minute that we start to dispel. Society set these standards.
What Kevin Samuels just said?
Kevin, I'm just saying in general about the like as far as the how men can do whatever and it's okay and women can't. They don't get the same leeway. They don't get the same grace. So these standards have been set by society long before you and I got here, right? Women were housewives. They got married right out of high school. You had kids with the guy that you were dating, and you never slept with another man. Meanwhile, the man could possibly do whatever, and still circle back and be a good husband. So these standards, these things, and I think Kevin Samuels, I think some of his, as a little bit off left that it is, I think some of it probably comes from that cavemanish way of thinking and whatever hurt he has endured over his lifetime.
There's definitely some hurt there with some of his comments. Nera says, I don't agree with age. Many career women marry later, and many men are playing around until they are older. And that is facts.
That's facts.
It is. Yeah. Was there another video?
No, that's the only
Oh,
video.
okay.
So Jen says, look like Lori Harvey. She's doing what men do, and she's looked at as a hoe.
Yeah. Yeah. She dating the dude from Snowfall now, right?
Yeah. Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin. I mean, that's
So
not his real name, but
let's talk
yeah.
about her for a second. If she wasn't who she was, and I don't even know what the hell she is. I know it's Steve Harvey's daughter, stepdaughter. But what do you do? Like, why are you?
She's a socialite.
That's a career.
She ain't got to do nothing. She rich.
Just be pretty.
She rich by name. That's all.
Okay, so
But
technically,
she on the scene, so
it feels like she is doing what men do.
Mm-hmm.
But Jen, I'm gonna push back a little bit and say that these dudes are still dating her. They are lining up to date her. They are lining up to date the Kardashians. So is the double standard as strong as it once was?
So here's the thing with Hollywood. You can't always believe what you see because some of those are arrangements, right? So just like the Michael B. Jordan and her, that was said that was an arrangement to boost each other's career. Because Michael Jordan at one point was showing high interest in non-black women. And he had lost the black female support. So it was said that was a setup for him and Lori Harvey to come together so he can win that audience back, but also she's dating him. That will also boost whatever she had going on. So, some of this stuff are there is contracts, like a 2-year contract.
That's crazy.
And this has happened several times in Hollywood, right? People don't usually find out about it until the relationship has ended. But so some of the stuff you just, you can't always believe what it is that you're looking at, to be real or not. So I can't really say. But your question was about her. What was it?
No, I was just simply saying her and the Kardashians. I say has a double standard shifted a little bit because guys are still lining up to date these women. So
Yeah.
is it like it was? Priscilla said, "I feel your anger." Whatever. What you mad
That's
about?
right, Scylla.
But so Shay. So back to one of the things that Kevin Samuel said. As a woman or a man or whoever, if you have an average life and an average job, average career, you got a couple of kids, does that stop you from expecting a high value? Should you not shoot for a high value man, or should you just stay? Kevin Samuel says you need to stay in that lane that you driving in and that's comfortable and safe for you because you're not gonna get to go over here to this fast lane.
So here's my thing about that whole high value stuff, because that's irritating too.
The phrase.
It really is to me, because I think that you should shoot for someone that is going to respect you, be loyal to you, be consistent, and treat you right, regardless of what, rather they're socially connected, regardless of rather they have millions of dollars or if they have a $40,000 salary. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be with someone that is going to be loyal, consistent, respect me, and treat me like a queen, versus if he's able to get me red bottoms, Louis Vuitton, and all that other stuff. So I just think that we have that. I don't know. I think that's messed up. That's mixed up right now with that. If that is what you're shooting for, then okay. Understand that there are things that may come with that. Right? And I know Kevin Samuels have said this before. If you are shooting for a high value man, understand that man also has other women, right?
He has options.
He has options, right? So there are things that may come along with that. Rather, if it's not other women, it could be narcissists. It could be someone that is. I dated someone that was considered high valued, didn't have children, never been married, and all of that. But he was a straight narcissist. Right? So I didn't want that type of lifestyle. No, sir. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. So I think that we just have, I don't know. I don't know.
So that man you just described.
Be quiet. Don't let it go. Move on. Move on.
You know where I'm going, don't you? Pay, salary. I'm going to let it go, though. Because she just described this great, awesome man. Treats me with respect. He loves me. He does all of
No,
these
I
things.
didn't say that.
What did you say? You said you'd rather have a man that what?
No, I said I'd rather have someone that is loyal, consistent, and treat me with respect. And I said I've dated someone that was considered to be a high value man,
Okay,
didn't
okay.
have children, was never married, but he was a narcissist.
Okay. So that man you just mentioned that you would rather have. Loyalty,
Yeah,
consistent, treated you well,
right,
make 30 grand a year.
right. I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right.
I'm absolutely fine with that. And that's just me as a woman, because I think for me, I don't look for, my end goal is not for a man to take care of me. I have my own bag. So what you bring to the table, that's fine. But those for me where I'm at in my life, the consistency, the loyalty, the respect, that's more important to me than anything. You know, I've had all that other stuff before. So those things are really important to me. For other people, it may not be, you know, and
Right.
that may be important for someone that may not be in a good financial space, or may not, you know, they may not be stable themselves, and they're looking for a man to come in and help them. I don't know, but that's not where I'm at. So those things are not important.
The rapper Kaya, you remember her? My neck, my back.
I just saw her on Instagram.
So talking about dating a man that makes 30 grand a year, that's
yeah.
gonna treat
The
you
trash
right,
man,
and
or
the
yeah,
trash
yeah.
man. Yeah, he says all rich men bring you is disease and beef. I said, damn,
That was hilarious. Yeah.
that was hilarious. You think is there any truth to that? What do you think? I'm not saying from personal experience, but do you think there's any truth to that? I'm not asking you.
What the hell?
You dated a garbage man who treated you like a queen. I'm just saying that. Because you've had the high value, and you said you've dated all kind. Do you think
I didn't say. Hold up, Eli.
Yeah, I'm not trying to paint you out to be. When I say all
Wait a
kind, I
minute.
don't literally mean all kind, Shay. Shay married is not out in them streets, y'all. She never was. I'm not saying that. She had a little era where the pimp hand got a little strong, but that was a brief era. I'm not saying in no way, shape, or form. but
I
she's-
cannot. Tanera
in them
says
streets.
respect, safety, and security, and the desire to build together, and we are good. Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
And
I
that's
agree.
a grown woman talking.
Absolutely.
She's correct, but the average woman today, the average 20 to 35-year-old, that's not their mentality. That's all I'm saying. So and that's how we get guys like Kevin Samuels.
She said she feel like the garbage man lays it down.
Hey, I don't know. I never dated one.
They gotta be strong now, lifting up them trash cans.
You got a point there. Probably in great physical shape too, ain't he?
Oh my!
And he's good in the
gosh.
elements because he
But
rides on the
see-
back of that truck in the winter.
But you know what? So
And that
here's
hawk be blowing.
here's my point with that, right? Okay. Now that same man.
Who you referring to?
So let's talk
High
about
value
the garbage man.
or
No,
garbage
let's
man,
talk about
okay.
the garbage man, because Samuel said that, you know, we won't look at women when we're younger. We won't look at those type of men, but then when we get older, we're looking for that high value man. So who says that garbage man can't build to become a high value man, or to become, you know, financially secure?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said consistency, loyalty, respect, and yes, if you are willing to build, you can't be stagnant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have goals. I'm good with that.
And let me just say this about because garbage men make good money. Let's keep it funky. I don't know if people know that, but however, it's not the amount of money you make; it's how you manage what you make. So I think that gets overlooked because people say, "Oh, well, what do you do for a living?" And you tell them, "Say, oh," so you're automatically eliminated. But you may have your credit's good, you got a crib. It's how you manage your money. What?
I'm
Why you
looking at
laughing?
at the comments.
Rock. Listen, Rock was a high value man, and he was a pillar in the community. On top of that, a lot of y'all would be lucky to get yourself a Rock.
Absolutely. And Rock was from, what was the name of that show? Rock.
It was
It
called
was
Rock.
called Rock,
He was
right?
from Baltimore, West Baltimore.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
took care of his father and his brother. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just how you manage your money. But a lot of times, men because men don't look at women for what they make. A lot of times, men don't even get the opportunity because of whatever profession they say they're in, and the woman will judge you right then on your profession and your vehicle. That happens. You don't have to agree. And your shoes. See, it's your profession, your vehicle, and your shoes can eliminate you, and you could be an awesome dude with high value morals. But a lot of women, I think, miss that, and it goes both ways.
You know what though, and the women that you're speaking about, they absolutely do exist, and I feel that it, it is I do see it in a younger generation, but you do have some women that, in our generation still think that's important as well.
Absolutely.
But no, they definitely do exist. I'm not going to say that, what is being said is not true, because you do have women that is looking for they're looking for someone else's bag, not their own bag.
Right.
They're looking to be flown out to different places.
Flued.
He said flued.
Flued out.
They're looking to be, wine and dine. They're looking to have all of that, and they're not bringing anything but, making sure that they stay looking good and put together and all of that. So, but then you also have, on the opposite of that, you have men that want to have that control, right? So what happens? What happens when all that's taken away? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're, like, what happens to that woman when all that's taken away? Like, who wants to be left like that? You don't have anything going for yourself other than you look good and your body is banging, right?
I know some people here locally who dated people back in the day of high value, and it didn't get them anywhere. It was great in the time because you had this NBA player, you had this particular person, and but then once they moved on, you were back to your regular life. Jen says, so does money only make you high value because morals are higher value? I agree with that. I think you have to ask other women that, because I swear to you, in the beginning, when men meet women, we're so surfacey. We're not even looking into all of that right there initially. And now, of course, if we begin to take you seriously, of course, we want you to have some morals and some values and to have this or that. But I think that how often do dudes come up and talk to you? Well, back in the day before you got in your current situation, hey, so what do you do for a living? Men don't normally lead with that. So value is, I think, placed on men. Their earning power, their earning potential, what they do. I think women really look at that, and that's part of they place value on that. Because I've never met a woman that I was dating said, so what do you do for a living? And that determined whether or not I was going to continue that conversation. But a woman, you tell her, yeah, I'm fries at McD's. She gonna laugh at you, maybe probably in your face and be disrespectful. But if not, she's out shortly thereafter. You're not going any further with that woman in that conversation. On the average, you're not. Now, there are exceptions to every rule, of course. But I'm just saying, the value of money is placed on, I think, men and what they bring to the table, because of society says men should be able to take care. Provide, right. Yeah.
Right. And I think men can provide without having to have that pressure of being high valued or considered to be
Absolutely.
that, I think that they can, and they still can, because you have men that work very hard, working 2-3 jobs out here that's providing for their families, like yourself. Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. That high value stuff, that was always something that kind of got underneath my skin.
It's annoying, and it annoys you. Huh?
It does annoy me. I guess especially when I kind of hear, a woman that I know that has been through hell and is actually aiming for, waiting for my high value man, or going, I'm like, yo, is at this point, what should we be looking for?
Look at your girl. Point? Look at what your girl said. When he tells
Prince
me he's on fries, I'm talking about Tanera.
Tanera, she said, when he tells me right.
Smoke. She got smoke coming out of this.
But I just think that I don't know. We just have to kind of really kind of look at things a little bit differently.
Absolutely. And you're welcome, Priscilla. Absolutely. All day. I appreciate you too.
Yep.
And all in which you do. I'll preach in a minute. Yeah, no, the narrative does have to be shifted. But Shay, I don't think it's going to be shifted anytime soon with social media. Because you think about the teenage girls up until these 30-somethings, this is what's being flushed down their throat. And so social media isn't going anywhere. Will Instagram or Facebook go? Maybe it'd be something new, though. But it's not going anywhere. So these would be the images our kids will have to, your sons and my daughter will have to dance around these images to find true love and relationships. These are the things that they're going to be tasked with. So I don't know if it ends anytime soon.
Yeah. Tanera, we're gonna address that at the Rebirth Live because we have a panel of men, and that is definitely a question in regards to, how do you define a high value man? I think that'll be a good conversation. Make sure we bring that up too at the Rebirth Live. She said that's a show. How do you define a high value man? I think that's going to be a good conversation to have live March 25th.
I'm about to text you that question.
Rebirth. Why you got to text it to me? Why
so
can't
that way
you
I'll
hold
have
on
it
to
and
the
you
question?
have it. We both will have it.
Rebirth Live, March 25th, a conversation with our brothers. We're going to address that, and I know that's probably going to
kick
get
it off with that one.
That's probably going to get a little. I don't know.
I think because every man up there that on that panel, I think will consider themselves a high value man. So I'll be interested to see what the different perspectives is from those gentlemen on that particular phrase.
Definitely. This was a good topic. I was a little, when you said Kevin Samuels, but I was like, all right, we're gonna rock out. We're gonna,
And look how the time went.
See what it do. And thank you guys for sharing your comments because that was definitely helpful. But yeah, we got a long ways to go. I mean, we don't have relationships look different now, so there's a lot of different variables that's going on.
The value system is just different.
It's very different.
I ain't gonna say it's lower or higher. I'm just gonna say it's just different.
It's different. Yeah.
I
So,
agree.
we just can't even, some of the things that we did back in the day, some of the things we follow, it don't even apply because we're not even in that type of world anymore.
Can you imagine our grandparents being dropped into 2023?
Nope.
Just bam, here you go. March, March 13th, bam, here you are, 2023.
I was
Figure it out.
thinking about this the other day. My grandmother would have been 100 years old on March 20th coming up. It would have been her 100th birthday.
And I was 1923.
I was sitting here, I was thinking, I was like, my grandma would have been like, God, did you forget me? You better come on and get me. No.
Well, first of all, my one grandma would be in jail because she would fight any kid. Would beat the heck out of them. So you can't whoop kids like that no more. So she wouldn't be around. Because these kids mad disrespectful.
Yeah.
And she firing off the top.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we're living in a different time. So, monogamy is not even monogamy anymore. We did a show before. Does monogamy still exist? That was a question we had on one of the Rebirth Lives,
Open relationships are really a thing.
It's a big thing.
It's a thing.
It's a big thing. Swinging, it's a big thing, and it used to be on a down low. Now it's just, hey, we're in an open relationship.
Everything's normal.
We've normalized it. It's normalized now.
Name a TV show, and I watch a lot of crime dramas and stuff like that, but name a TV show that does not have a gay or lesbian couple. That is standard now. Look at the commercials today. They're all biracial couples. Like the world it's changed.
It's different. Very, very different. Yeah. So, that's our show, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight to the Rebirth. We are here every Monday night at 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in next Monday. We have Sarah Crawford will be in the building. And she is definitely a creator. She's making a lot of moves here in the state of Delaware. Also, if you have not gotten your tickets, go to rebirthu.com and get your tickets. Your ticket will include food. We're going to have some real food, y'all. We're going to have some food. We're going to have some music. There's signature drinks. That will be a cash bar, though, so let me let you know that. That will be a cash bar, but the drinks are very, very cheap. Very, cheap in price, not in in selection. We have a Rebirth drink that goes really well. Was that the lemon drop drink or whatever?
Tore them down.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a network and mingle. So if you do come out, bring some business cards. So you can network. And we are just really excited about this event, Rebirth Live, March 25th at Revive. A conversation with my brothers.
Get your tickets. RebirthU, the letter U.com.
Yes. So once again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. And we love you. And until next week, have a blessed week. God bless.
We've got something to share. We're really proud of our product and are excited to make it available on our website. Check it out now. We've got something to share. We're really proud of our product and are excited to make it available on our website. Check it out now.